welcome back to another episode of Not Being Funny with me, Emily Moores. So today I'm going to be talking all about travelling and my trip to Bali that is happening on Monday. It is now Thursday, and I fly on Monday and I cannot wait. So I just thought it'd be a perfect time after I've packed today to kind of talk you through a few of the things that I think you should be taking if you're going travelling this summer, or you're going on holiday to say Bali or Thailand or Vietnam. You're going far away, or you're going to Australia or wherever you're going, South America. I just thought I'd give you some travel tips that I picked up the last time I went, and I found these kind of videos and podcasts really helpful, just because it's nice to hear other people's advice that has been and done these things and been where you're going and taken that you're going to take. So yeah, I thought I'd just talk you through all of that. So today I've spent my day packing, and I'm really excited. I've done it in my rucksack, so I'm taking like a proper backpacking rucksack. Mine is a 60-litre trespass rucksack, and it did me so well last time. It was probably about £30, £40 from like Decathlon or something, or Mountain Warehouse. I can't remember where I got it from, but it wasn't dead expensive. You don't have to buy dead expensive rucksacks and dead expensive things. So I had that, and I took like an Adidas rucksack, just like the average schoolboy rucksack for my belly, and that was kind of like my hand luggage rucksack that I could just take with me on my plane, and had things to hand, like say I was probably putting like my makeup in it through the time I was there and everything like that. But I feel like you're just getting a routine of where you want things to go and how you're putting things away. But firstly, I thought I'd just update you on like what I'm doing whilst I'm in Bali. So I did speak about it in a previous episode, but we've booked it all on my trip, and we've done our flights through Qatar Air, and they've come to about £700, which I don't think is too bad, because it's a 24-hour flight back, and it's all connected, so they're doing all our luggage for us. You can get it cheaper if you look on Skyscanner. Say if I was going for a while, I think I would have done it a cheaper option. Because I'm going for 2 weeks, I just thought do it in a way that you know your case is going to get there, you know you're going to get checked through, you're not going to have any problems, touch wood. But yeah, so we've done it that way. So we have a stop off in Doha and then Kuala Lumpur, and then we arrive in Despair, I think it's called, the airport, and then we're staying then in Canggu, Uluwatu, Gili and Ubud. So we're really excited. We've booked all our hostels through Hostelworld and Booking.com. When I went travelling last time, we did them all through Booking.com, the odd one on Hostelworld. But Hostelworld is good. Like now it's like a week before my stay, I can see all like the group chat. So they put you in like a group chat for the hostel, and everyone's putting in like, anyone going out tonight? Anyone want to share a grab for such a place? Anyone want to do this? Anyone want to do that? So it looks really good. At least you can like get to know people a bit more and just join on plans and everything. Because previously we were kind of like just having to go up to people, and obviously I feel like you do the whole thing of traveling is you meet your new people, you're making new friends, you've just got to put yourself out there. But that's like an even easier way to do it, because it's already putting you in a group where people are actively making plans and talking. And I feel like that is really good for if you're solo travelling. So maybe book your hostels through Hostelworld, because they're the same ones on Booking.com anyway. If you're going on your own, so then you can like meet people, you can just put in the group chat, anyone fancy going here, anyone fancy going there, anyone want to share a grab to here. And by the looks of it, a lot of people are joining in and like doing things together, so that should be really good. Unfortunately though, the weather is looking rather questionable. It's looking like a lot of rain and storms, but it'll still be good. I'm just taking a poncho with me, which I took last time because I feel like we were kind of running away from rainy season, and there was the odd day it rained, and a poncho did come in handy, and a rucksack cover. Make sure you have a rucksack cover, because if it's raining and your rucksack gets wet, like these are not particularly, I don't think, very waterproof. Like the whole thing's going to get drenched, meaning everything inside it's going to get drenched. So get a bag cover. That's my first thing to say to take. So firstly, I'm going to talk about kind of the clothes that I would say take, because I feel like that was my interest point what shall I take, how many of this, how many of that. There is so much guidance on TikTok, Instagram, everyone being like, oh, take this, take that, take this, take whatever the bloody hell you want, you know what I mean? Like, it's your holiday. If you're going travelling, like, yeah, obviously take things a bit more sensible that you're going to rewear and that are comfy and you're going to do these things in. But if you're going on holiday, just get some nice outfits, you know what I mean? Like, it's a fashion show. Like, why the hell can it not be? Like, I love my clothes, so I'm going to take as many flipping clothes as I can. Like, get yourself some packing cubes. Packing cubes were the best thing that I did. Like, my bag is like a tube. So my packing cubes, I knew what was in it. I had tops, bottoms, dresses, underwear, bikinis, whatever. They're all in there, and I can just take them out one by one, and they're there, and I can put them back in easy. I'm not having to like repack all my bag or dig through it and everything. So packing cubes are a good thing, and it squashes it down a lot, I would say. Like, it made the packing quite easy. Like, I've put so much stuff in my rucksack today. So I've taken probably around like, I would say around like 8 to 10 tops, probably around 8 bottoms. I've taken 2 pairs of denim shorts. I've taken 2 micro shorts, maybe 3 skirts, 4 skirts. And then I've got about 6 to 8 dresses. I've got 2 or 3 gym sets because I did a lot of yoga when I was there last time previously. We did a lot of walks. We did a lot of like hikes, and the shorts really came in handy, especially if you chafe. Take some cycling shorts, like, they will save you. So yeah, I've got quite a few bits like that. So a few dressy tops, a few casual tops, the odd t-shirt perhaps, because if you're going to cover your shoulders or you're a bit burnt, t-shirts could be the lifesaver there. And just bikinis and swimwear and stuff like that. Obviously, I've taken my fair share of underwear, socks. You probably won't need that many socks if you're a boy and wearing trainers or whatever. But I don't wear my trainers that much. And also, like, just take your socks off, wash them and dry them. Like, they dry within like half an hour. It's that hot there. Like, you don't need that much stuff. Like, maybe take a little bit of washing detergent with you. Like, you can get these little travel washing things. I was doing it with shampoo, truth be told, but you can just do that, wash your clothes, hang them over the railing of your little bunk bed, and you will be fine. But yeah, I would just say dress however you want. Like, take cute things, because depending what you're like, I know me and my friends were out most nights, and we will be in Bali, we'll be out most nights, probably every night, and I feel like every night is kind of like a night out, and you want to feel cute. Like, there's nothing worse than being on holiday and feeling like drab and just dirty, because you probably do feel a bit dirty. You probably had sun cream on. I know you will have had a shower, but your hair and stuff isn't, like, you can't style it when you're there. So dress cute, you know what I mean? Take a few pairs of sunglasses. I've got like a load of jewellery that I've got together, like cheap jewellery, just to take with me and dress things up. And it's just like, how fun, like, just to feel cute and feel really pretty on your holidays. Obviously lightweight things, like, it's so hot over there. I took one jumper and I didn't need it. There was one place, and I probably will travel with a hoodie, that I did need my hoodie. I will say that the aircon in some of the hostels is to a new level. Like, literally so cold. Like, we stayed in this place in Krabi. No, was it Krabi? It was Koh Phi Phi, which is like, everyone said to me, oh, it's like the Magaluf of Thailand. And I thought, like, whatever, it was beautiful. And we got there, like, the views, everything. And then I stepped in the sea and got a condom stuck to my leg. So I was like, fair, maybe it is the Magaluf of Thailand. And it was very, like, party. That's where, like, this Mai Tai bar is, where you can get up and, like, fight and stuff for, like, a free cocktail fish bowl or something. But yeah, it was really good. And all of it, it's all like the cocktails, like, sold in like little buckets, like little sandcastle buckets, and with straws and stuff. But yeah, just like maybe take a hoodie, because yeah, the odd time you might be in a room where it's cold, you might get a bit poorly. Just be prepared. Obviously, if you're going to be going on like big hikes, look at kind of the hikes that you're going to do, and whether you need like a little raincoat or something, or a bit of a jacket, because if you're going high up, it might get cold if you're going like for sunrise hikes or sunset hikes, like it might get cold, you never know, even though it's such a hot country in Southeast Asia, like the countries are really warm. You might have the odd day where you're like, oof, I needed that like jacket. Yeah, like I said, I did have a hoodie, but I did have this like holy jumper that I thought, oh, it'd be so cute, like wearing over a bikini in the evening, like at the beach. Didn't need it. I wore it one night and I thought I could have died, like I could have overheated, and I didn't have a top, and we were at like this market, and I just thought I'm gonna have to wear it now, like I could have fainted. It was awful. But yes, you probably won't be needing jumpers and knitwear and stuff like that. But clothes, so that's your clothes done. I would just, like, my advice was just take whatever you want, whatever you feel comfortable in, some pretty things, some sensible things. And next, I would say take a power bank, definitely 2 if you have one. They're so helpful, just so you can fit it in your little bum bag, charge your phone while you're out, because you can be ordering your grabs on there, you need Google Maps, you don't know where you are, you might need to use Google Translate, you know what I mean. Safety reasons, have a portable charger. Take adapters, obviously, look at the adapters that you need. You can get them world plug ones. Ours didn't stay in the wall. They're such a big plug that they're almost like too heavy to stay in the wall. It was strange. So I just got some. They were like little pins. I think they're like the American ones. And then in Bali, it was like the European plug, where it was like the 2. And some of them, you could use the English plug. So maybe just have a look. If you're going to Bali, like, you need the adapter that you're taking to Spain. That was the one that we had to get last time. And other than that, for electronics, maybe like if you're taking a camera, maybe get one of them little adapter things where you can put the SIM card or the memory card from the camera into your phone. That's what I've got this year, because I'm taking my digital camera with me. I feel like that's it for electronics, to be honest. Next, like medication wise, definitely take a lot of like your paracetamol, your Buscopan, or maybe like Sudafed. Like I said, I got quite ill off the air conditioning, to be honest, so I wish I had some kind of like soothers or something like that, or Sudafed. I got like cough drops or this cough medicine from 7-Eleven, and it most definitely was like, I think it was just whiskey straight, to be honest. Like, it was such a strong thing, it was horrible. I'm not convinced it helped. It probably just soothed for like a minute, but yeah, something like that. Sanitary products, definitely take sanitary products with you. They're really hard to get out there. I really struggled. I tried to take my pill all the way through my trip. I only went for 2 months, bearing in mind, but I got that badly ill on maybe like my 3rd week in. That pill was definitely not staying in my body, put it that way. Like, it was elsewhere. And I had like another occasion later on where had the similar thing, and that's maybe a good thing to take probiotics before, because I wasn't doing that. Make sure you're using bottled water when you're brushing your teeth, everything. Like, use bottled water, don't drink the water. Like, be careful what you kind of eat. It's hard to say be careful what you're eating. I was eating absolutely anything. By that, I don't mean don't eat street food and stuff. It's more like eating salads and things, I feel like sometimes can be washed in just water, and I think that's where I probably got ill, or off the alcohol, to be honest, because in Laos, obviously with everything that has happened now, with a lot of people drinking the free shots that were given out, we were doing the exact same, and we come back from Laos and we were so poorly once we got to Vietnam, and we couldn't put it down to whether it was food poisoning or something else, but we don't know, obviously. But yeah, just make sure that you've got, that you know where doctors are, like, that you, if you're feeling ill, that you go to the medical centre. Why not? Like, you may as well just get checked out and see what's up with you. But yeah, sanitary products, definitely take them, because I was trying to avoid my period and I couldn't. I came on my period and I did not have enough sanitary products with me. Now, if you're going to be wearing tampons, like I'm a tampon girl, I couldn't find tampons for the life of me. Like, I went to so many shops. There was this shop that's kind of owned by Tesco over there. Can't remember what it was called, but it was like this giant supermarket, and it had so many sanitary towels there, but they were huge. I'm talking like thick sanitary towels, really long, like belly button to back size, and they're all scented. And I don't know about anyone else, but if I'm wearing a scented sanitary towel, like, I will be going to the medical centre, because I will have the world's worst yeast infection or something infection or thrush. I'm sensitive down there. I can't be using no strawberry flavoured like sanitary products. The one I put on, I didn't realise it was scented. It was mint. It was tingling. I was like, tissue will have to do. Tissue will have to do until I can source tampons. I cannot wear that. Like, I cannot wear a mint flavoured, toothpaste flavoured bloody sanitary towel because my vagina is on fire. You know what I mean? Can't be done. So take your tampons, because we did find them in a Boots and they were extremely expensive. So just take your Aldi ones, ram them in your bag, even if you think you're not going to come on your period. You never know. I can't remember what it was like in Bali. I didn't come on my period in Bali, so I can't speak on Bali or Vietnam or anything like that. But it was in Thailand where I just really struggled to get sanitary products over there. So definitely take them with you. If that's kind of the stuff you need. Maybe take some like thrush medication or anything like that, because you never know, you're sitting in a bikini all the time. Like, us girls were sensitive, and you don't want to be caught out, you know what I mean, and not have anything with you. So maybe take some kind of like water infection kind of medication if that's kind of something that you suffer with, thrush medication if that's what you suffer with. Us girls have to be vigilant, you know what I mean? You don't want to be in a 40-degree country and have thrush and have no treatment for it, so look after yourself. Other than that, definitely take, like, I've this time brought like a little beach towel and a microfiber towel. I had about the similar amount of stuff, to be honest, but I feel like because I had a bit more because I was travelling, I only took one towel with me. I took this like microfiber towel I got off Amazon, and it was really helpful. It was very thin, but it was a bit gross because I was taking it to the beach. It was my towel and my body towel, like, so maybe if you're going for a little bit or you have the room, take like a little beach throw or towel and a towel. I'm going to take a tote bag this time as well with a zip on it, just because it's a bit easier to bring all your stuff to the beach. We're going to be spending a lot of time like sunbathing and everything. So a tote bag, I feel like, will really come in handy on this occasion, and probably for you as well. Like, if you're there for a little bit, you can unpack your stuff, feel like at ease, take your tote bag out, take a bit, take your book, bit of food that you got from 7-Eleven, and yeah, be on your way. What else have I took with me? I've took a neck pillow. A neck pillow is needed if you're on the plane. Like, these flights are long. Like, if you're flying from the UK to Asia, like, these are long flights. These are no joke. Your neck will be crippled. Take a neck pillow. They're good for the buses. They were good for trains. They were good even for when we were like on boats or just sat somewhere. You just kind of like leant on your bag. And the travel days can be long. Like, just be prepared for that. They're long days. Like I said, do it on 12 Go Asia. 12 Go Asia is really, really helpful. I don't know if I've just spoke about this on my TikTok or it was on this, but I was saying about Rome to Rio was so good. You can use it all over the world to help you get from one place to another. It'll show you everything that you need to do. And then it doesn't help you book it on there, but it just shows you kind of how to book it. And then go to 12 Go Asia or 12 Go Asia, whatever you call it, and it books everything for you. We've already done our Uluwatu to Gili Tea, so that's booked us a bus pick up from our hotel and then get us all the way the other side to Bali to the port, then to get us on a boat to Gili Tea and back to Ubud. So it's really, really good. It's really, really cheap. Ours, I think, for that has cost us about £10 each way. And it's just all covered for you. They look after you. The van's usually like air-conned. The boats are not air-conned. Take travel sickness tablets. I'm someone that gets travel sick. Even if you are not somebody that gets travel sick, these boats, I swear to God, are going to get you travel sick. They're going to be so hot. You don't know what the weather's going to be like, if the sea's going to be choppy. These boats are busy. These are busy. And you know what might make you feel travel sick? The other people being travel sick around you. So take travel sickness tablets, shut your eyes, put your headphones on. Like, that would be my advice, especially if you're doing the trip from you don't get a boat from Bangkok, but if you're going from Bangkok to Koh Tao or Koh Tao to mainland Thailand, that sea is like no other. And I've heard horror stories about it. When we were on it, that boat set off and there was a storm instantly, and it was literally, I could have cried. I was like I was in fear of like being travel sick. I've grown up getting so badly ill in transport that I'm like, oh my god, I knew this was like a 16-hour day. I thought, I can't do this. So I popped about 3 travel sickness tablets. Get Quells. You've got to get them from a pharmacy. You can't just get them on the aisles. You've got to go to a pharmacy. You can get them out there as well. There's a bus as well from Chiang Mai to Pai, and it's like notorious for having the most like turns in a road. You need travel sickness tablets for this. Like, don't be going on that with no travel sickness tablets, or at least fall to sleep. Like, that is a horrid journey. Like, it is windy, you know what I mean? And like if you were in a tuk-tuk, usually you'd be in a bus, but say if you're doing a tuk-tuk of that, God forbid, because some of the tuk-tuks are driving fast up and down hills. And I can remember back from the full moon party, like everyone hanging off the backs. But yeah, tuk-tuks as well when you're out there. Bali we didn't get tuk-tuks in Bali, it was grabs. So all your grabs are like your motorbikes and everything like that. There's obviously cars, but it's a lot quicker to get about on the bikes. Just be aware, like, everybody there wants to get you on their bike, and there's a lot of taxi drivers that are really eager to obviously give you a ride, and it can be quite overwhelming. Like, I think compared to Bangkok, everyone's like, oh, it's really overwhelming. Like, yes, it was busy. Hanoi, I think, was busier and hotter. Like, it was really, really busy. Maybe we were poorly in Hanoi, so maybe it felt even extra overwhelming. But Bali was the most overwhelming for people being like, get on my bike, where are you going? Get on my bike, do you want a lift? Do you want a bike? Like, it was like persistent, constant in Canggu in particular. Ubud wasn't like that, but like we were in Canggu or Seminyak, and it's very, very, very busy on grabs. So yeah, just be aware, just learn how to say no nicely and stick with your friends. If you've got a grab, it tells you the registration of the grab. You can see the person's face on it. Get on theirs and make sure they've got a helmet for you. Like, don't get on these motorbikes without a helmet. Because I say this and I was doing it without a helmet sometimes, and I look back and I'm like, why was I doing that? Like, it's so dangerous. Like, just don't. What is the point in ruining your travels because you fell off a bike and bumped your head when you could have just had a helmet on because you're worried about your hair or whatever? Wear the ugly helmet and get on the bike. But yeah, they're really, really easy to use. The tuk-tuks are just easy to flag down. You can often hire them. You could get your hotel to call you on or whatever, but they're just kind of around the street, and you can just go and approach, and sometimes they'll give you their number so you can text them or whatever, or they kind of have deals for certain like tourist attractions, and they'll wait there all day and they'll take you to a few, and maybe like obviously be nice, like tip them or whatever, but they'll have like a set price, or just kind of get to know what the prices are. People will try and rip you off. You're traveling, it's so obvious that you're there on holiday, you're traveling and you've got money, because otherwise why would you be there? So just haggle. Obviously don't be rude, but you just gotta be persistent, you gotta be firm and say, no, we're paying this. Like, me and my friend got really, really like, we were getting ripped off the first few weeks, especially in our taxis and stuff. Like, when you step out of the airport, book a grab. Don't just go to a taxi because they're gonna rip you off, because that's what they did to us. Get a grab, because they're like set fares that like Uber, like they're gonna give you a proper fare because it's run by a proper thing. But yeah, and then with the tuk-tuks, like I said, just haggle with them, be persistent. No, we're going to pay this, and you'll find a compromise, you know what I mean? And if there's big groups or such a thing each, because they could so often charge you, say, however much it was for this same tuk-tuk going all the way there, the same size tuk-tuk, you get more people in, they're charging everyone that, and it's like, you're just like making more and more money. So you be smart and just speak up and say this is how much, otherwise you'll be spending all your money where you don't need to be spending it. Look at the touristy attractions on Get Your Guide. Get Your Guide is really good for all sorts of trips. Like if you go into like cooking classes or like sanctuaries or temples, or the temples as well. That is one thing I need to take another t-shirt or something, because I only have one with me. That just made me think. And temples are really big on, you need your shoulders covered and your legs, so they'll give you like kind of sarongs or covers for your shoulders. A lot of the time they have them there. If you're going to go to the palaces in Thailand, just wear like short sleeves or something that covers your shoulders and long pants, because otherwise you have to buy things when you're there. If you are going to the palace in Bangkok, buy the clothes inside the palace. Don't be ripped off by the people outside. We had that was like the funniest thing, because we really were vigilant the full time we were there, and we'd not got pinched from or anything like that. And this old lady, before we went in the palace, was like saying to us that we have to cover up, like she has the stuff like to cover up, and it was kind of like a cover for your shoulders and your pants, and it kind of phrased it like you were hiring it but obviously paying for it. And she said like 500, she made it sound like it was 500 baht for both of us for everything all together. And then she was like, once we put it on, she was like, no, 500, 500, 500, 500. And we were like, no, absolutely not. Because then you're charging us like, I can't even think how much that is, but say it's like £40 or something like this, or £30, like something ridiculous that doesn't need to be this much money. And it could have been like 20 quid. I don't know. Whatever it was overpriced for being in Thailand at the prices that things are. Because you could get your tea for like 100 baht, like a full meal and a drink, and that's like a couple pound. Like, so it was very, very expensive. It probably would have been about 40 quid if we paid like 500 for each piece. And she literally got Grace's money out of her purse and just ran away, and we chased that old lady down and we got that money back. And I felt awful, because we're like having a big blazing row with some old woman that's just took our money out of her purse. And it was just like, oh my god. But we got it back, and we went inside and we bought elephant pants and a t-shirt that said I Heart Thailand, and that is the merch that they have in there. So do that. The palaces are lovely to go and see. There's so many temples that you can go and see that are really interesting. Often they sometimes like have someone talking, or they have signs on the walls and everything like that. If you're in Vietnam, there's some really, really interesting museums in Hanoi and Ho Chi Minh, all about the war. You can go to the Ho Chi Minh trails, I think the Chu Chi trails. And then they have like some really amazing places that they take you to on the way there, all about the history of like Agent Orange and how that kind of affected everyone. I'd studied like the Cold War, and I love history, but I didn't quite understand the extent of like the lasting impact that what the like kind of, what do you call them, like the warfare and like the explosives and the Agent Orange and the Agent Blue and these kind of like war tactics have had in the long run, because the Vietnamese were like kind of hid and were like using guerrilla warfare, and they were just hidden away, and you know, like there's so many like trees there and everything like that, that they dropped this Agent Orange, like America dropped this Agent Orange, so it was like a really intense like weed killer type thing to kind of strip everything so they could see the people that they were fighting, because they couldn't see them before. And there's so many like famous images of American like media that went there and took these pictures to show America like what is going on in the world, like this is not okay. Like it was like people burning and stuff, but this basically has gone into the ground in so many places, and it was like manufactured in Da Nang, I think, so it's like a really big thing that it's kind of like within the water and within the crops, and it's making a lot of people have like be born like with disabilities and without limbs, or really severe learning disabilities, or kind of like degenerative illnesses and everything like that. So it's really, really interesting to go and like learn about. And there's kind of gift shops there that kind of give to these charities and stuff. But yeah, I would really, really recommend. But with Bali, Bali's like just heaven on earth. Like, I've never been somewhere that was so beautiful in my life. I hopefully will think the same in the rain, but it was just so beautiful. The water park there was good. It's called Water Bomb. And yeah, there's just so many good places to go. Like, definitely look on TikTok at like bars to go to, restaurants you'll just be able to find, but TikTok is good for like finding good places to go. I have a travel Instagram and TikTok that I'll just be using my own this time, but I had one with my friend Grace and it's called G&M's Wild Ride, both on TikTok and on Instagram, and I vlogged every single day and I left recommendations in every single one. I told you how I travelled there, how I did it. It's all on Instagram, all on TikTok, and if you need any travel tips, like go on there and might give you some ideas of where to go, kind of on a budget. Also talking about budget, we saved about £3,000 I think to go for 2 months, and I didn't know how much to take, how much not to take. Like, that just kind of sounded like a good price amount in my head. And I would say that we were obviously going out for tea every night. We were going out for food. We were going out for breakfast, lunch and tea. You know what I mean? We were budgeting, but we were also like doing a lot of stuff. We were doing a lot of activities. We were staying in pretty cheap hostels, to be fair. Hostels, you're looking at like £5 a night. You can get expensive ones or you can get cheap ones. But we weren't going in like horrible ones, but we were going in like shared rooms. So they're probably like between £3 and £10 a night. We were getting grabs. We were getting flights between countries. We got a last minute flight between Thailand and Laos because we were going to get the longboat, but we heard it was cancelled and we just got a flight instead. And we flew down Vietnam and then we did. We flew down Vietnam, then we flew from Vietnam to Bali and then Bali back to Thailand, and obviously they were all counted in as well. And overall the trip probably cost about 3,000 altogether with the flights, 3,500 maybe. But I would say while we were there, I would say we spent about 1,500 to £2,000. And like I said, that was going out. It's drinking. Drinking is expensive over there. The food is really cheap. The day-to-day activities are pretty cheap. The drink isn't that cheap. You could be spending like £5 on a cocktail or something, and that doesn't sound a lot over here. But if you're drinking every day and your meal and like a can of Coke is costing you like £1, like paying a fiver for one singular drink is like horrible. You know what I mean? I can't remember what it was like. Bali wasn't that cheap, to be honest. It was cheap compared to the UK, but compared to Thailand and Vietnam and Laos in particular was not cheap. It wasn't slightly more expensive. But yeah, just like obviously be safe with what you drink, but maybe drink wine or like beer. Beer was cheap and I had to start liking beer there. There's these lovely beers called like Bintang. I would say they're a bit more of like a Smirnoff Ice, to be honest. But that's in Bali. There's like Shinga, Chang, I think one was called. They're like the beers in Thailand and stuff, and they were really nice. They were just cheap. And there was a rum called Samsung that was like the national rum in Thailand, and that was really cheap. But yeah, just be careful what you're drinking. Don't be accepting drinks of anyone. Like, be safe. Stick with your friends. If you're travelling on your own, make friends and stick with them. I feel like you just have to suck up to people. Like, that was the vibe. Like, I feel like where we went, we kind of took along like solo travellers. Like, if there was like a girl solo travelling, we're like, oh, come with us, because there was just two of us and we were probably getting sick of each other's conversations. It was nice to have somebody else with us as well. So yeah, I feel like they're good things to take. And I feel like I've not actually spoke about that much to what actually to take. I was gonna say trainers, like take a pair of trainers with you that you're alright like walking in, hiking in, whatever. I took Converse. I'm taking my New Balance this time because Converse weren't like great for hiking, as you wouldn't expect. Trek sandals, I got mine from Fat Face. They were really, really good. They're ugly, but everyone's wearing them and they're really comfy and they're supportive on your ankle and your foot and they're good. Pair of flip-flops, you won't be needing heels or anything like that. Like, you're going to be doing a bit of walking and biking and stuff. What else? Plenty of sun cream, because the sun cream over there sometimes does have whitening products in, so do be careful when you're buying sun cream in Southeast Asia. Just like look at the products and what it kind of has in it. A lot of them are called like Shine Bright or White Shine or stuff like that, so I feel like they're obviously not to use, because it probably will like not protect you from the sun and get you burnt instead. But yeah, so take sun cream, or there's obviously there is pharmacies there and there's Boots, so you can get like Nivea every now and then from wherever you go. If you're going traveling as well, like leave a bit of space in your bag, because you're gonna buy things. Obviously I don't think I will in Bali, and you can always shove stuff in, can't you? You can cram a bag full. But yeah, like if you go in Vietnam in particular, the shopping was amazing when I was there, especially in Ho Chi Minh. Like I've seen so many of like the vintage designer shops, and don't get me wrong, I wasn't going in there, I was going like Zara and buying things from markets and stuff, but you can get so much nice things, so many nice things in Vietnam or in Thailand or wherever you are. Eat at the street markets, eat street food because it's lovely. Look for the night markets, go on TikTok to see what nights they're on. They might be on every night, so look on Google Maps for that. Go to beach parties, say yes to things, be outgoing, join these group chats that are on like Hostel World and stuff, and look on TikTok, because there's so many people that are out there living there wanting to make friends, and speak to the reps. Or if you're going for ages, you could easily get a job at a hostel as well, like just living there and like being a rep there, and you might not get paid, but you get your free accommodation and food and drink. So sounds like a pretty good deal to me if you're a bit strapped for cash for a little bit, and you could just stay and work and host a kayaking day or whatever, and you don't have to pay for the activity yourself. Sounds pretty fun. But yeah, and if you are going, make sure to, I don't know, let me know, and like we can follow each other and follow each other's journey. I'm going to be posting vlogs on my YouTube and on my TikTok, so please watch them if you can and you're interested. Let me know any tips if you think I've missed out, or you want to give me any tips. That would be really helpful. But yeah, most of all, just have fun, have the absolute time of your life. If you're going on your own, the first few weeks might be a bit lonely, but just push through it. You'll be okay. Make friends. It's not embarrassing to just lick arse for a few days. You know what I mean? Lick arse, make some friends. Ask that person, can I do this with you? Can I tag along with this? Where are you going next? Can I come with you? And if someone is wanting to be on their own, they'll just stay. You know what I mean? Push it. Just push it as far as you can and make friends with people. And I guarantee you'll have the absolute time of your life. If you're ill, go to the doctors, especially if you're on your own. You know what I mean? But yeah, have the best time. Try new things. Try new food. And dance on the beach like nobody is watching. Right, I'm so excited, and I will not have an episode for 2 weeks now because I will be in Bali. But please watch my YouTube videos, subscribe, give a like down below, give my TikTok a follow, and I will see you in the next episode. Bye guys.